Hello and welcome to another episode of Alan Writes. We're working on Lucky Gold. I've had to change the format a little, so you'll see that, you'll see nothing really different other than the fact that I had to blur the address bar above because the Xbox program does not work well with full screen. Full screen would clip out the address bar like I want to, but it also makes the entire program jump about. Blah, blah, blah. I need to fix this somehow. Okay. So she's in the Batcave, so to speak. It's literally just a hotel suite that they made to look like the Batcave. She set once she'd dismissed the staff, they were wanting. Let's do a little tour. Here's the dining room. An expansive suite, an expansive was just promised a cave, a bat cave. Across a table that seated 7. Each chair in a different hero motif. Less elegant, perhaps, but less elegant. Heather agreed, and shared a smile with her. Can we remove some of the more intrusive bat stuff? Certainly. Was there a motif you'd like? You would better enjoy? Not dank, not dark. But not dank, not dark. To start. That's a good way to put it. A good choice. You haven't her words trailed off. It was interesting to see how Kegsley occasionally allowed herself a hint beyond professional formality. Little things here that said that there was a woman beneath who could be amused beyond the enough to might be a friend if all the money weren't in the way. I haven't become so used to my things go my way. The other asked. Possibly. Replied. It's not my place to speak. I know. So, if you would arrange for the change and some tea, very good. When Heather had tea, she suspected Miss Kegsley would also have a little. What kind? What kind would you prefer this time? Whatever seems appropriate. Heather replied. So long as it is hot. So, okay, I want to put there. Step back to the lighting. A section of the wall. It swung aside to reveal a number of complicated panels. Electronic panels. Flip the switch. Terribly, what would you call that? Nostalgic studio movie music. From a time before when things were easier. Sorry, wrong one. They're not labeled. Flip them at random. Hard to read the label. Flip them at random. Oh, I never. Oh. Kegsley cast her a look. An amused look. Apparently she'd been thinking exactly that. One switch closed up the entrance. Another lit up a Hollywood dinosaur. Lit up a Hollywood dinosaur who, lacking feathers, was a decade out of date. A green dinosaur statue. It was at least a decade. The third powered up the computer array. Powered up the computer array, which any keyboard jockey would have loved, with multiple screens, with 12 different screens, and a water cooled system. Finally, the lights came up and cast everything into an absurd. I want something to differentiate it into further absurdity, as though the entire suite was what do you call those? Fraternity on Halloween. Better. Better. I said. Now at least we can see. Who rented this place? Who had this place? Who usually stays here? A valued member. Said. But he doesn't have you buttle for him. He brings his own. I said. And stepped over to the display of trophies from the genre. Faux emerald tipped canes. Faux emerald tipped canes. Metallic edged playing cards. A giant copper coin that pulsed with this strange resonance that left her tasting it for long seconds after her fingers ceased to touch the surface. I'll suit to the T. And withdrew. Leaving Heather. Even gonna. Okay. Alright, so I threw that in there, but the thing is, since we're dealing with a lot of metals and copper is an element. Copper is an element. And like silver or gold, it's going to have a certain resonance to the budding magi, so to speak. Not that Heather really knows what to do with it, but she's got a strong connection with the artifact, and that gives her an advantage of figuring things out. Also because she's got the king in repose. Heather waited until she was truly gone. Not just out of sight, for she let her fingers touch the giant coin again. It was pure copper. How she knew that was an unknown. But suddenly she knew it. She knew it. Securely. Oh, there were some traces to it. It was almost pure copper. Imperfections in the sound of it. No, not quite the sound. But a feeling. Tempo? Without waiting, she pulled the golden artifact. She pulled the golden artifact from her slung satchel and settled it on the shelf beside the coin. It fit right in. It fit right in. Shiny. What would you call that? What would you call that? It's not too much. It fit. It was shiny and strange. Though its markings were more crude than the rest of the machine-made items. They were machine-made, especially the coin. You could feel that too. No one had forged it. It had been made without hands. But of course, how could it be otherwise? The thing weighed 100 pounds or more. Who could have struck the dies for it. It weighed several hundred pounds. And a copper coin the size of her head. And that. We could have struck it in the foundry. It's made in Suddenly she wanted to know more. Sore. Better. A voice whispered out. At her, the accent. Harsh, but the word. I understood that. Heather. Can you? What changed? Change. From the, as if bouncing between the relic was talking again. Let's yes, change. Here. The old metal. Old. Old stone. Shiny. New. Alright. We're getting somewhere. Copper, an element that of metal, but probably too much for to understand. Yes, is much better. Replied, and a hum filled the air. The coin beside it, eyed it. Began to cake with frost. and something lightly pressed her forehead, pressed upon her forehead. Suddenly, she saw the lights grew brighter. The lights around grew brighter, divided and rejoined upon the green skin of the dinosaur. And I got a call I gotta take. That's it. Hope you've enjoyed this. Take care and stay safe out there, alright? Thanks.